Alright, second attempt, last attempt, and well, part 2 is back on. Sprint race for the low gear races tonight. Some of the guys went wrong at the restart, being not on the right tire, readying up too early, not giving guys time to make their setup, and coordinator RPM Esports decided to restart the lobby at the final attempt to get this race finished, and after that we will see what the results are going to be for the end of the season, what the final decisions on the race are going to be. 5 guys already tuned in on the stream. Thank you guys, really much appreciated. As we wait for the final minute to get people readied up, get their setups done, and get on the right tire they started on in lap 60. That's a small info moment for you, check on what's going on. At the moment, the 21 game isn't really working with us. The admins and staff are finding it really annoying as well, but it's out of the hands of us. The lobbies doesn't seem to be that stable currently, still, after a lot of patches. But you guys are back. 5 guys still watching. I'm sorry, this takes quite long, but we gotta wait for people to get their setup run the right end. Watching the low gear chat now, waiting for the moment. We can continue. So yeah, how's it hanging? I hope it is well, Shaq. I hope this one goes well as too, but yeah, seems we are counting down to the grid. Let's go. Sprint race. Mexico, as Evil says. Mexico. Mexico. He said it with a H. Mexico. 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 Alright, everybody's on the right tire. That's a good sight. I was just waiting. I was getting bored from waiting, yeah. But I'm keeping the energy up for you guys. Who says I didn't, Jack? Who says I didn't? No, but I didn't though, to be honest. I didn't. So, yeah. Sprink halfway through the track. He's making a good warm-up from it. Cameraman seems to be a bit lazy. Making a late move on the Mercedes car there. Yeah, this guy's doing a good job. Oh, that's really tight. Well, grid forming up. And then we can go for this final sprint race in low gear Mexico part 2. at the end of the season we can make a full documentary on the behind the scenes of RPM. How mental it went when these lobbies started to screw us up. Here we go. Sprink at P1. All the other cars lining up. And for the people on the hard tire, it's gonna be a long run. But then again, they can just go for the softs on the last 8 laps. Just 5 lights, and when they are off, we are racing here in Mexico. And it seems like a good start from the Mercedes driver, also from RPM John, who's already attacking P2 position here against Mirko. Mirko, who's getting under full pressure of his teammate as well. And this is side-by-side action on the start between the Red Bull and AlphaTauri. And it seems like everybody's going through clear. And RPM John couldn't provide from the attack on Mirko, but he did keep his P3 position against Yameen's, as Deck is looking for the overtake. Oh, and Spritzy goes for a late move, and that's a spun. That's a big spun from Spritzy, who tried to make the overtake work on the inside of Yameen's, but touched on the rears, and that left him into the grass. He's still driving though. I don't know if he has damage, and he does have damage. I can't see how much because touch dimension system won't work now. Everybody else seems to be running clean and through. Huss wants to get a good position for that title fight between Deck and him, and John seems to be having quite a trouble to keep Yameen's off. But he's doing a good, making that Red Bull wide and keeping that sister team car behind him. There goes Sprink with the fastest lap of a 1:20.9, and he's already under attack by Mirko, who goes on the inside now on turn 1. And that's the overtake done, and that's AlphaTauri leading this race again. Sprink does have more ERS though, so he maybe can go for an attempt on this part of the track. And this is side-by-side action by Yameen's and John, but Yameen seems to be having not enough pace to pass John easily, even with ERS. They were side by side, with John not running ERS. And it might be just a way too small part of the track to get the pace up easily. Spritzy decided to go in and run the soft tires. That's an interesting choice so early on in the race, with 16 laps to go, and he won't be making those full 16 laps on the softs. That's the one thing I can say for sure. There goes Mirko, fastest lap. Yameen's just joins him as well on those soft tires, and he's looking for the moment he can help his teammate to get his double podium in. But we do know Sprink, and we do know he is fast as well. But Yameen's is on the soft tire. He will have way more grip. And there he goes, outside line, inside for the next turn. And that's no overtake done by Yameen so far. Oh, and that's a bit of touching there. Sprink still driving though. That easily could have made some damage on the front wing, but I don't seem to have any sight on damage on one of the cars, so they came through clean. But there comes Sprink under the attack of Yameen's, who's having a DRS, and there he goes. Spritzy having a lot of trouble on those new set of soft tires, getting already a 3-second penalty and running all the way at the back. Deck now on the overtake for Benjamin. Both cars on DRS. And there he goes. Deck for P5. And if he is fast enough, he can also make the second run on RPM John on the medium tire in the second DRS zone. Here he goes, John making a bit of use of ERS. Not a lot left though. And no attack from Deck so far. Yamin still under pressure from Spring, knowing Yamin still has the pit. There goes Spritzy, fastest lap with a 17.9, and that's a really fast lap already with 4 laps in. And Gooey got the 3 second as well now. And all the way at the back there's guys fighting it out as well. We got Huss and Marco really going at it at P7 and 8. But Huss doesn't seem, as in the first part of the race, Huss doesn't seem to be having the right pace on those medium tires. Not the pace he wanted. And being in the DRS train now doesn't help as well. Although, here he goes, Huss, and that's P7 for Huss. Mohammed got a 3 second penalty, Deck got a 3 second penalty, and they are flying in now. Already 4 cars on track with a 3 second penalty, and that won't be handy in the sprint race. Spritzy got another one. He's not having this last result race. He's not having it. Benjamin are really on the tail of RPM John. Nice and slowly through the S's and making that line work. DRS open, but can he make it? Can he make it? It isn't a long part of the track and he doesn't make it. And it's good decision to stay away from the overtake attempt there. Oh, and John got a 3 second penalty now as well. And here comes Huss on Benjamin. DRS open, Benjamin got DRS as well, and there comes on the attack of John. Gets the outside line and he's through. That's a clean overtake, and Huss can't just not provide fast enough from the battle going on in front of him. And John gets a really good exit here, which keeps his line behind Benjamin just right. Yeah, Dirk. Just like you do, Dirk. Tell him, Shock. You tell him, Shock. And yeah, so far this is a sprint race of close battles going on and a lot of DRS trains forming up. Because Huss on the inside of John, the Red Bull driver, not having these hard tires so far. But in my opinion he can go in anytime soon to get those soft tires on and make the run for it and see what kind of result he can get after making the pit stop done. Rosebeach with the tailing on Jones, and it's just not close enough to make the attempt of an overtake. He did get close though on his DRS, but doesn't have a good exit here. Still in the DRS zone though, so he can gain the lost time again. Oh, and Rosebeach going for a 3 second penalty. A lot of guys getting 3 second penalties at the moment, guys. And Spritzy unfortunately is one of them with 6 seconds already. Oh, and now Jones gets a 3 seconds penalty. At this rate, the podium is going to be very interesting. And here comes Yamines on his teammate Mirko for the P1 position. And I think Mirko is just going to let him by easily, knowing his teammate is on a soft tire. He's got a pit again. And just keep your head calm. No dumb moves, and Mirko just doesn't do it. Just does that. Yeah, does have the right pace. Sprink in P3, having a lot of air at the moment. Deck on 1.7 seconds behind him. All good for the Aston Martin driver there. As long as Haas keeps away, since Haas is really tailing him on the championship leading. And to be honest, the gaps do start to form now a bit. I guess the tire are working in. John went in though for the soft tires, and he's already closing in a lot of Marco. But Marco's already also already on the soft tires. Jesus man, my English. Yamines goes in now. And that's lap 8. He needs to go for the medium tires. And I hope for him his pace on the mediums is well enough to get away from these guys who are gonna run the soft tires in a moment. As he got overtaken by Rosebeach and Jones as well. And that's P9 for the Alpha Tauri driver. Oh, but also recovers the position against Rosebeertje and is P8. Oh, and there comes John on the inside of Marco, and John gets a 3 second penalty. Oh, and that was really close. Yeah, cut off by the Alfa Romeo driver there. It's clean, hard defending, and John needs to go for another attempt. And he also is running now a 6 second penalty time penalty, just on the way around. Man, after these restarts, man. 3 second time penalty, 6 second time penalty, wow, for John. And that's going to be a hard one for him at the end of this sprint race. Oh, and there comes Jones actually on the inside of Yamines. And Jones really found his pace on those hard tires. They are going side by side. Jones getting the DRS. Making room between each other. Here he goes, inside line, and Jones keeps it. Jones keeps it. Oh, no, oh, and he saved it, He saved it. Something is up with Haas. I have no idea what you're talking about. Does he have damage? I can't see any damage on the stream, and I can't check the test elementary system, as it doesn't rerun on a second race. And Jones is really going at it on those hard tires, keeping the pace just right enough to keep Yamines away on the fresh mediums, as his teammate Mirko is now going in. And that's a late break from Yamines, and he just should be more patient. He knows he got a faster tire. He knows a long DRS straight coming up, and he just decided to make a really dangerous attempt of an overtake on the late break there before the chicane corner. And there we go, Jones in P4 now, and that's P5 for him, as Mirko is still in a really good position. Haas is at P2 and Sprink is back at P1, but these guys still need to pit. Benjamin Cardiff then are really close to his teammate, and his teammate does seem to be having damage. Oh, he's just letting pass Benjamin, knowing he's way and way faster, and he does. He just lets the guys pass, knowing he's on a hard tire, and won't be catching them up just easily. Spritzy at least recovered one position though at the moment, so let's hope he is glad with that one. He won't be. RPM John really tailing Marco here. These guys are going at it and at it every lap again. They keep the gap just on the right moment and just big enough to have these pushing laps in and in. Haas is in the pit now as well. Spring just left. He's on a soft tire. Both Alpha Tauris now leading the race at P1 and 2. Marco joins them on P3. So he made a good move there. Haas all the way at the back at P9 now. And Spring rejoined at P5. Got overtaken by John and Marco. But then again, Spring doesn't have any penalties. And Mirko has 8 of them. So if Marco can close in enough, that's an easy podium position. Yeah, both cars running the soft tires, and Marco are a bit older. Richie, yeah, we did have a restart. It's a 25% sprint race now. Admins and staff will make a final decision after the race. We had a glitch first lobby, unfortunately. Deck on those soft tires really having some pace, and he seems to be closing in on Spring anytime soon. But is it enough? Spring does have a lot of ERS though. He's doing a really good job on that one. And John doesn't seem to be closing in on Marco enough to keep this battle going. He even lost his DRS now. And now Spring goes for... Oh, and Spring, that's a late move, and you didn't need to do that. You did need to do that. That was a really late move, and you really destroyed your own attempt on an attack there. That was way too late on the brakes, and tried to overtake John there, knowing there wasn't enough space. There wasn't enough space. Yeah, I think Spring really ruined his own race on that one. He could have been looking at a podium position, but he decided to make a late break to overtake John, and it didn't work. Oh, and Spritzy is into the wall. No, he's into the wall. Aww, my man. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. It's a yellow flag. I don't think the safety car is coming out. And it is a safety car coming out. Oh, and now it's gonna be curious. Rosebeach is on 0 lap old softs. Rosebeach is on fresh soft tires. And now it's gonna be interesting. Is Yamin going in again? Is Marco and John going in again? Let's see. Let's follow Yamin first. He's on a medium tire, so I think he will pit anyway. Mirko goes in. And Yamin stays out. That's an interesting choice. Marco stays out. John stays out. Dex stays out. Benjamin stays out. Gooey stays out. Huss stays out. Sprink also stays out. So far only Mirko went in, and I'm pretty surprised by that one. And I didn't expect your means to keep it going. No, there wasn't a glitch like the McLaren in Baku. It was the same in mid-gear on Hungary. Everybody glitched out, but they were still racing for themselves. But all the... yeah. It was a really weird one. The stream got kicked out as well. So, it was a weird one. I'm very surprised that Yameen's decided to stay out on those tires. And the same by Marco and John. Everybody behind them are gonna have full fresh tires. And Spritzy's gonna be really annoyed about this one, so by the way. Full safety car just after he crashed. Well, because of he crashed, to be honest. He caused it. Yeah, I'm feeling for him. He was doing really good in the first part of the race, and second part it really didn't work for him. Wow. 2 laps to go. This is going to be an absolute sprint race. Between guys on the one guy on the mediums, 2 guys on old soft tires, and the rest of them just fitted tires or fresh. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's see what these guys gonna do on the final. Few laps of this race. Sorry for falling quiet for a moment, but yeah, not a lot to talk about. Yamin seems to be having a good restart there. Marco is really on it, and so is John. But then there come all the cars with younger tires. And there we already have Gooey on the inside of Huss, and we've seen that already. It doesn't fit. Just don't try it. And so far, Yamin seems to be having the pace to continue on those mediums. And there goes Mirko with the penalty. And Benjamin just needs to keep this pace up, as all the cars in front of him have penalties, except for the first 2. But if he wants a podium, he needs to keep this position straight and not lose it to Huss. Well, then again, Huss does want to get high as up as possible. above deck. This is going to be a close one. This is going to be a really, really close one. Look at the gap on Huss and Benjamin. And I'm really surprised about the pace of Yameen's on those mediums, by the way. I really, really am. But it does look Benjamin got this into the pocket. And it's going to get a P3 position here. In the back, not a lot going on. Rosevich seems to be close to the McLaren in front of him. But we're gonna go to these guys here, as Benjamin is now really under pressure of us. Us did try to see if there was a gap, maybe, but it wasn't. And if I was him, he would just stayed as it is, taking that. Oh no, he got a P3 second penalty. Now he won't take his P5 fourth position. And there goes Benjamin to P3 based on penalties. Deck to P4, Huss on P5, Sprink at P6, Gui at P7, Miracle at P8, John at P9, Jones at P10, 11 we got Mohammed, and Rosebridge all the way at the back with P12. And Yameen's actually did it on the medium tires against a full grid of fresh soft tires. He did it. Absolutely amazing pace. Driver of the day, Marco, with his nice female character. At least I think it's female character. Oh, it's a really, really young guy. And that's a really solid podium. I'm not gonna do drivers interviews, guys. I'm sorry if I next week I'll do it again. Hope the lobbies are done by then. I really, really hope, as I wanna finish a full commentary race. Here you have your final grid order. Yameen's, Marco and Benjamin on the podium, and driver of the day, Marco, sorry. Thanks everybody for tuning in on the part 2 of the low gear Mexico race. Hopefully see you guys back tomorrow for the mid gear La Viva la Mexico Grand Prix. See you guys, have a great evening.